Do you ever catch yourself having a full conversation with yourself? You suddenly stop. You look around, hoping no one saw you. Because society tells us this is the first sign of madness. But psychology says something very different. It might actually be the first sign of a genius. Albert Einstein reportedly repeated sentences to himself constantly, but he wasn't the only one. Psychologists have identified 4 specific types of people who talk to themselves, and only one of them is doing it to survive the chaos of their own brain. So the real question is, which one are you? First, there's the verbal processor. This is the person who cannot think clearly until they hear their thoughts out loud. They're looking for their phone and saying, "Okay, I left it on the table. No, wait, I had it in the kitchen." If this is you, you're not crazy. You're using something psychologists call cognitive offloading. A study from Bangor University found that people who spoke out loud while searching for an object found it significantly faster than those who stayed silent. Why? Because your brain is overloaded with information. Speaking pushes the thought out of your head and into the real world, freeing up mental space. You don't talk to yourself because you're slow. You talk to yourself because your brain is moving too fast. Then there's the coach. This type is different because they don't say I, they say you. Come on, you can do this. Why did you say that? Don't mess this up. If you do this, you likely have high emotional intelligence. Psychologist Ethan Kross calls this technique self-distancing. When you speak to yourself using your name or the word you, your brain thinks you're talking to someone else, and instantly anxiety drops. Performance improves. You're not losing control of your mind, you're coaching it. Type 3 is the rehearser. These are the people who win imaginary arguments in the shower, in the car. At 2 a.m., they predict every possible response before a conversation even happens. If he says this, I'll say that, and then I'll say this. Psychologically, this is a sign of high social awareness, but also anxiety. You crave control. The rehearser hates uncertainty, so they simulate the future to feel safe. You talk to yourself not because you're dramatic, but because you're trying to protect yourself from being blindsided. And finally, the rarest type, the lonely genius. This person talks to themselves not out of fear, but because no one else can keep up with their thoughts. Research shows a strong correlation between high intelligence and solitary self-talk. Complex ideas require complex articulation. Sometimes, the only person smart enough to understand your idea is you. You aren't lonely. You're intellectually self-sufficient. So which one are you? The verbal processor, the coach, the rehearser, or the lonely genius? The next time someone looks at you weirdly for muttering to yourself, just smile. You're not crazy. You're just holding a staff meeting with the smartest person you know. Comment your type below and subscribe for more psychology that doesn't judge you. It explains you.